Welcome. Hi, I'm Bobby Brantley. I am the creator, the owner of Sacred Bloom Yoga. And please join us. Join us for our isolating slow flow. And join us for our other classes too. They're all beneficial. Today's class in isolated slow flow, we are going to focus on our lower extremities. If you'll come to the top of your mat and reach up and stay here, you're gonna breathe. Inhale, lifting through your sides. Exhale, pit of the belly in. Inhale, length. And now you're gonna tip to the right. Left hip presses out. So we're stretching our sides right now. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tip other side. Right hip pressing out. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward, fold hands to feet. Flat back. Forward fold, wrap your hands behind your thighs. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Feeling your feet grounding down, spreading your toes wide. Shaking your head yes and no. And release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold down. Press into your feet, bend your knees, come up mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tip to the right, left hip presses it out. Inhale to center. Right hip pressing out, reach to the left. Come back up. And another forward fold. Flat back, thoracic spine in. Belly button toward your spine, fold down. Stay here. You can take your hands down to your mat as an option. I want you to have something to press into. So whether it's the outer edges of your shins, thoracic spine in, or if you're on the floor, hands pressing down and forward, thoracic spine in. Now your heels, your feet, you press down and scrub out. So turning on the outer thighs. Now if your low back is talking to you, pull the belly button towards your spine and imaginary plug between your thighs and press. Pelvic floor engages. Okay, forward fold. Wrap your hands behind your thighs, chin in towards your chest. And we're staying for a couple of Ujjayi breaths. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, press your feet down and out. Bend in your knees, come up mountain. And now hands to heart center. Great work. Next, what you're gonna do, take your hands out of goalpost arms. We're gonna gently twist left to right. Just warming up our sides, warming up our low back. Before we get into our outer legs and inner thighs. A couple more rotations. Yeah, back to center. Okay, let's come down. You know what, let's do a standing leg raise while we're here. So let's do right knee up, toes pulled towards the ceiling. Pressing into your left foot, bring your length through that left side, belly button towards your spine. Knee now goes out just as far as you can. We don't want to force it. So if it feels like it pinches in the hip, that's where you stop. And hold here. If you fall out, you just come right back. And you might feel that inner fire turn on, the tapas. It's totally natural. All right, bring your knee back to center. Heel then presses forward. Now you press into your standing leg, bring in that length. You're gonna take your left hand to the outer right thigh for a gentle twist, taking your gaze over your shoulder. So you should feel this in the right glute right now, and hopefully working its way down towards your right knee. If you need to bend your knee slightly, you're welcome to add that in. Twist back to center. Woo, set that down. You feel a burn? Yeah, thumbs up if you do, all right? Like we're in this together a little bit here. Okay, ground down through your right foot, left knee up. Toes pull towards the ceiling. Press into the right foot, bring that length through your right side. Now the knee goes out. If you're not there, yeah, it looks like you guys are already there. Great work. We hold and breathe. You're holding it longer to get into that bigger muscle, that outer hip. So hopefully getting the mind to connect with that space. The longer we hold it. Okay, bring it back to center. If you need some extra stability, you can bend in your right knee as we stay here. Left heel presses forward. Pit of the belly in, taking your twist. A stretch coming from the center of your sacrum out along that hip towards your knee. Doing your best to keep your chin parallel to the floor. Directing your gaze over your shoulder. Ooh, come back to center slowly. Nice work. Okay, set it down. All right, I think we're ready for so alternate bending your knees. We are going to use the strap, so grab it, and then we're going to come onto our backs. Yeah. Definitely have it ready, because it'll come soon. To generate that, to continue the stretch from the sacrum to the outer hip down towards the knee, we're going to do some knee movement. We're just going to bring them left to right, but first we're going to start with the right knee. Inhale up at the top. Exhale, that right knee moves towards your left ankle. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, the right knee towards your left ankle. If you need to walk your left foot out towards the left, right, to create space for yourself, do so. Yeah, I'm going to do 5 more rotations. You're slowly moving your knee. All right, using a full exhale to take your knee down, slowly moving till you hit the bottom of the exhale, and then slowly bringing your knee back up to the top. Okay, 3 more. All right, knee back up at the top. Gonna use now your strap, take it to the ball mound of your right foot. Get the pinky mound and the big toe mound so the strap kind of goes at an angle. It's not straight across the foot. We gotta get the mounds of the feet connected. And when you have that, legs straight up. We're gonna do that same thing, but now with a straight leg. Inhale, center, pit of the belly and the right hip hinge pulls down. You can even use your fingers as a guide, and you slide it over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back up. Right hip hinge pressing down. Right hip pressing down as you take your leg over. So the right hip pops all the way up, right? The work is keeping that right hip down. So the leg's then not gonna go as far. Another great self-assist, you press, you can do an L shape with your thumb and index finger, hook it into your hip hinge, pressing down and forward. You could do like a knife edge of your hand, pinky, pressing in and forward, helping to deepen and ground you down. Deepen the stretch as you ground your hip down. One more. Pause up at the top. And then you're going to bring your leg back down. Keep your strap close by. So we'll be moving it again. I want you to now just windshield wiper your knees left to right. You might need a cleansing breath every once in a while. Yeah, definitely add that in if you need it. That's in through your nose and a sigh out through your mouth. Knees come back to center. Working with the right leg still. Inhale, knee up at the top. Exhale, your right knee goes out to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Knee over. Slow inhale, 3 or 4 seconds, getting your knee up to the top. And then that 3 or 4 second exhale, getting your knee towards the bottom. That left hip pops up, right? Do your best to keep it grounded. Just means that right knee doesn't go as far. And not only are you're like getting a massage on your glute as well when you do this work, but we're also getting a stretch on that inner thigh. Two more rounds, taking your knee out. Pause here. Just let your low back connect down to the floor. Both hip bones, both bones pressing down. Or it's more like the outer sides of the sacrum. That's what's pressing down now. Getting both of them equal pressure onto the floor. Okay, let's drop down to your right foot. Instead of getting the outer leg stretch, we're going to get the inner thigh stretch. Toes pull towards you. Heel pressing up. Take your breath in. Exhale, leg goes out to the right. You're going to work on keeping that left hip grounded. You can use your left hand to help. A little self-assist. Yeah, just seeing how far you can take your leg over without that left hip popping up. Once it pops up, that's your cue to stop. That's as far down as you're going to go. It's a gentle resistance. You're pulling against the strap as you press into the strap with your foot. I'm going to do two more. Two more of the leg going out to the side. Bring it back to the top, pause. And release your strap, let your foot come down, connect with your mat. And you're gonna rock now your knees left to right. Yeah, great work. Okay, we're gonna pause in a mini shavasana. Go ahead and straighten your legs out, arms resting by your side. I want you to observe what you feel in your right side versus your left side after that work. And without giving it any meaning, we're just an observation, seeing how that work we've done has translated into our body. I feel like a couple inches longer on my right side. Okay, left side's turn. Bring your feet back up, bridge legs. Taking your right foot out to the right to give that left knee space. Inhale, left knee high. Exhale, the knee moves towards your right ankle. Inhale, knee comes back up. Exhale, knee over towards the right. And that left hip is gonna pop up some. And that's okay in this pose because we wanna get that stretch from the center of the sacrum out along the outer left hip down towards the left knee. Just that reminder to move with your breath, slowing down the flow. Two more rotations. All right, pause at center. Strap time, taking the strap down to the ball mound of your left foot, getting it onto the big toe mound and the pinky toe mound. So it does go at a slight angle. And then toes pull towards you, heel presses high. And your toes also are resisting your strap. Take your breath in. Left hip now grounding down. You can use that L shape or the knife edge of your right finger, pressing down your hip, left hip down as you take your leg out to the right. Inhale back up. And the leg goes towards the right. Back to center. And then over, right? Moving with your breath. Exhale, you take it over. Inhale, you bring it back up to the top. And that left hip hinge, you're pressing it down and even away from your nose, away from your head as you take your leg over. When you add that in, you're going to get the stretch in a different area. Really stay connected with your breath. If you lost the cadence of it, or if you feel yourself holding your breath, really encourage that inhale to come back in. One final rotation, leg goes out. Yeah, nice work. Bring it back to center. Just pause for a moment with that leg up at the top. And now release, let the foot come down. Set your strap to the side. And then windshield wiper your legs left to right. We're doing our best to keep the muscles warm. That's why we do this in between some of the poses. Okay, feet back up at the center. Now we're going to take the left knee out to the left. Inhale up at top. Exhale, the left knee goes out. Inhale slowly, slowly inhaling, slowly bringing your knee back up to center. Exhale, moving it outwards, taking your time. Slow exhale. Yeah. And you just keep that on repeat. And if that right hip wants to lift up, encourage it to stay down, right? You might have to back out of how far you take your knee over. Two more rotations, taking the knee down. You pause back up at the top. Okay, time for the strap. I'm gonna get the opposite side, the inner thigh now. Left leg up. And when you are ready, you'll take your leg out to the left. So you want to have that slight resistance, pressing the foot into your strap, pulling it back. And you should have it by now, right? Like with the breath, inhales up at the top, exhale, you take it over. Stay connected with your breath as you go through this flow. Even connecting with the sensations that are coming up through the leg, maybe the low back, even the shoulder. So like it's all connected. I know you ladies know that with your line of work. Like get present to the feelings, get present to the sensations. Just like slowing down and listening to the signals your body's sending. And if you're hypermobile, you would feel it, right? Like you are welcome. Actually, we'll just add that one in on the next round. Just stick with this. We didn't do it on the right side, so we'll make sure we'll get both. 2 more rotations. Okay, pause at the top when you get completed with that second one. And then release your strap, let your foot come down. Rock your knees left to right. And come back to center. And we're gonna start with the right leg. Right leg goes back up, strap to the ball mound of your right leg. Yep. And what we're gonna do, you're gonna take your right leg to the right. And then once it goes as low as it can, you are now going to pull your foot towards your head, towards the wall behind you. And mine only moves a couple inches. Maybe yours only moves an inch, or it might move like 5 inches. It just depends on how mobile you are. And you're gonna then slide the heel up and down, right? We don't bring our leg back up to center. We're just keeping it out. Yeah, and then the foot moves towards your head or behind you, and then the heel comes back forward. Couple more like that. It's like a pumping motion. Getting into the hamstring. Oh, my left side's trying to do the work for me. So if that's happening for you, just soften and let the right leg do the work. Okay, you're gonna release. Slowly, slowly bring your leg back up. And then if you need to even clasp behind your knee to release down. Feel like gentle with our bodies. And then when you're ready, we get the other side. So strap onto your ball mounts. Both, like your sacrum pressing down, equal pressure on both sides. Take your breath in, exhale, leg goes out, left leg to the left. And once you get as far as you can go down, you're gonna then pull your toes towards the wall behind you. And then the heel slides back to neutral. And you stay with that pumping motion. Being gentle, you will probably notice one side's tighter than the other. That's pretty common. And if you're not feeling that stretch, what you would do is resist the strap. Press against it as you pull your foot forward or behind you, right? Like the toes go towards your head. Couple more. And now bring your leg back up to center. And you're gonna slowly lower your leg back down. Great work. And windshield wiper your legs, your knees left to right, legs are bent. Okay, let's pause in a mini Shavasana just to observe the work we've put in, to see how much length you've gained, how much softness in your legs you've experienced. Cleansing breath. And now bending on your knees. You're gonna create a 90-degree bend in both legs. Your calves parallel to the floor, head resting down. You're gonna try to keep your right thigh stationary if you even want to grab it, and you're then gonna just slide your heel left to right. So like we're trying to isolate the knee here, just sliding left to right, not bringing big movements into that right femur bone. If you find that it's really rotating out, right, try to isolate it, try to keep it still as you slide the heel, no more than like 2 inches on each side. And pause, and then you're gonna point your toes forward. If you're a dancer, ballet dancer. And then pull your toes towards your knee, heel pressing away, and then point your toes. Still just on that right side. Toes pull back, and then you point. Okay, let's go to the left side. Isolate that left leg, left thigh, using even your hands as a guide here. Now, the heel slides left to right, about 2 inches on each side. The femur bone does move, like it won't be completely stationary, but I just want that movement to come more from the lower leg. And now the left toes point. And pull them towards you, towards your knee. Point forward. So you're grabbing a tissue out of a box, and then you pull the tissue up and out, and you pull your toes now towards your knee. Yeah. A couple more. Okay, great work. Now we're gonna make circles with our knees. So yeah, they go pull towards your chest, roll to the left, point away from you, and you bring them back in. Drawing circles, and the circles can grow, right? They can get bigger each time. And like, listen to what your low back is telling you, right? How, like if it feels good to make big circles, right? Add that in. If your low back is like, I don't like that, smaller circles. And you'll switch directions. If you're going clockwise, go counterclockwise. Vice versa. All right, let's do a little happy baby. Take your fingers either to the outer edges of your feet, or you can clasp your big toe and rock left to right. Okay, pause here. Set your feet down. Let's extend them out. Little mini Shavasana. Next, so I learned this in Taekwondo, but it's also a good stretch for yoga. You're going to, you might even stand up so you all can see this just a little bit better. So with your foot, you're gonna be laying down when you do this, but your right foot, you're gonna press, how do I wanna say, the foot rotates towards the floor, the inner arch goes towards the floor, and then you press the knife edge of your foot forward. Do you see that? Give me a thumbs up if you do. Okay, good, yeah. And so as you lay down, we're gonna work that right foot, that right side. And you're just, I'll do it with you so I can cue. The inside edge of your right foot comes down, and the outer edge of your knife foot presses away from you. And then come back to center, rotate the femur bone back to the top, toes pointing towards the ceiling. And then you do that again. Rotate the foot down, knife edge presses away, and bring it back to center. Definitely breathe, stay with breath here. And if the muscles start to cramp, that's okay. You would just come up and massage out, because we're getting definitely the outer edge of the right shin. So if those muscles cramp, they're not used to getting stretched, you just massage it out. And now we'll catch that left side. The inner arch of your left foot rotates towards the floor. And then the knife edge of the left foot presses away. Bring it back to center, toes point towards the ceiling, reset. And then you add that rotation in again. So the femur bone's also moving as you rotate the inner arch towards the floor. Couple more rounds. Okay, pause at center, rotate, or just if you need to rock your hips left to right, it kind of gets into that low back. You might feel it pull. Pause here. Now, we don't shift the feet. I mean, the feet do move, but what we're doing, I want you to move your femur bone. So right now, toes are pointed up as you're still laying on your mat. Right, let's work with the right side. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the right femur bone so your toes then point up to the right. Inhale, bring your toes back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rotate your femur bone towards the right. The toes then point towards the right. Yeah, you're gonna stay with that, stay with your breath. Like some ball and socket work right here. Couple more rotations, just like 2 more. The foot going out. And then rest. Working on the left side. Take your breath in, left toes point towards the ceiling. Exhale, the femur bone does the work. It's rotating out, taking your toes to the left. Inhale, rotate your femur bone back up so the toes point up. Exhale, over. It's slowly moving. Definitely isolating here, right? Which is in the name of the class, isolated slow flow. I hope now you kind of connect the dots, right, with what it means. Catherine, isn't this your first class? Right, like after 3 tries? So I'm glad we can make this happen. Two more rotations. And then we pause in a mini shavasana, closing your eyes. A cleansing breath as you sigh out, release your legs, softening your legs down. And happy baby, rocking left to right. Come to center. You're going to take your strap onto your right foot, onto the ball mounds of your right foot. And straight arms. What I mean by that, I want your shoulders to be grounded into the floor and for you to pull your foot, have a resistance with straight arms. So if you need to bring in some slack or if you need to walk your hands up more towards your toes, right? Like you get that placement worked out to where you can have straight arms, your shoulders grounded into the floor. And now press the mounds into the strap. So it's like you're wearing heels, I guess, and keeping your toes pulled down towards you. Try to spread your toes wide as you press your mounds high. And you're pulling against them, right? Resisting. Okay, now soften, relax, and then straighten your leg. Add that in again. But now your big toe mound pulls towards you, your pinky toe mound presses higher. So again, it's like we're kind of utilizing the knife edge of our foot. So you should hopefully feel that stretch along the outer ankle. Coming along the outer shin toward your knee. And slowly come back to center. Then you press the big toe mound up more. Pinky toe mound pulls towards you. Still working on spreading your toes as wide as you can get them. So now getting the inside of the right ankle to stretch. Okay, come back to center. Soften the press. And now, yeah, the heel presses high. Resist, our shoulders pulling down as your mounds of your right foot press high. And then from here, you're going to slide your right foot towards the wall behind you, behind your head. You might feel your right glute lift up slightly, and you hold here. For me, that was only like a ½ inch. I don't even know if I went a ½ inch, so it might be like a ¼ inch or less. Woo, bend your knee, bring it down. Shake out your ankle if you need to. Fantastic work there. And now, yeah, other side, left foot. Pinky mound, ball mound, having the strap on them. Setting up your shoulders, shoulder integration, straight arms. Okay, mounds press high as you pull. So again, like your shoes, like you're wearing heels or wedges, whatever, however you want to think of that. We just hold it here. Spreading your toes wide, trying to spread them wide. Okay, soften that press. You can take a slight bend in your left leg. And then add it back, right? That resistance, straight arms. And the big toe mound pulls toward your nose. The right pinky mound presses high. Getting that stretch in the outer ankle, along your outer shin toward your knee. And then bring it back to center. Big toe mound presses high. Pinky mound pulls towards you. Back to center. If you need a slight break, rotate out your ankle, something, right? Add that in. Next is mounds pressing high and then pulling your toes towards your head. That left glute slightly lifting high. Like it just lifts up slightly. When you hold here, don't forget to breathe. Whew. Woo, all right, release. Take that leg down. Nice work. Okay, let's take supine twist, right knee in, over to the left, gaze to the right. Hold here. Slowly bring your knees back up to center. Left knee pulls in, hips scoot over to the left. Knee drops to the right. Gaze over your left shoulder. Supine twist. And now the final pose of Clash Shavasana. Centering your hips up on your mat. You're welcome to take your feet mat width distance, knees resting towards one another, or traditional Shavasana, straightening your legs out. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth side out, release down towards the floor. Relaxing through your jaw. Relaxing your eyes and eyelids. The hip bones releasing. You're letting the earth support your hips. And then your thighs relax down towards your knees. Relaxing from your knees down into your calves, the shins, down into your ankles. And then from your ankles down into the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet. All of it relaxing. Also adding the toes in, your toes softening. Slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Let's even focus on pointing the toes forward and then pulling them back towards you. Rotating out your ankles. Rolling onto your side, pausing for a moment right there. Acknowledging the work you put in. Trying on a new class. And coming up to seated. Thank you for joining me today. Hands to heart center, thumb knuckles out to your forehead. Together we say, namaste. Well done. Welcome to your new legs. Okay, have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye Sarah. Bye Catherine.